New tonight, not even 24 hours after actress Lori Loughlin rejected a plea deal in the massive nationwide college scam. A new report revealing Loughlin actually thinks she's the victim in all this. She reportedly actually thinks she's the victim in actually thinks she's the victim in all this. The victim in all this.
Actually thinks she's the victim in all this. She reported.
It's just kind of like a slap in the face.
Their alleged criminal acts pulling back the curtain on what a former education secretary calls a larger systemic problem.
There are significant advantages for wealthy students and well-connected students in the college admissions process.
There are plenty of legal ways for well-off families to stack the deck. 25% of families are hiring private college consultants.
Actually thinks she's the victim in all this.
It's just kind of like a slap in the face.
Prior to the conversations we have here as a committee, the group has been significantly reduced to a really accomplished group.
He's a top tester.
He's got all A's.
4 varsity sports.
The first chair trumpet in the orchestra.
You ready for this? 6.4 GPA on a 4 scale.
But we can't take them all, and so about 1,000 candidates are brought to be heard by the whole committee.
And the process of making those decisions is agonizing.
I'm questioning the edge here, however, in all her excellence. How many would like to admit? Okay, she goes to the wait list.
We're fully aware of the fact that the process is, I don't want to say flawed, but is making minute distinctions among extraordinarily talented kids. Very aware of the fact that the process is, I don't want to say flawed, but is flawed.
Because people know in their hearts that people who have resources have advantages. That's what resources means. You have advantages. So in the case of their kids, they can move if the public schools aren't good to an area where the schools are good, or they can buy a private school education, tutors, summer programs.
Actually thinks she's the victim in all this.
It's just kind of like a slap in the face.
It's easier to get into college if you're rich. I feel like that's just a given. Like, everyone knows that.
I feel like it really degraded the process, how people try so hard and then others just were able to pay someone to get in, and that messed up the whole system and how it's not fair for everyone else because some people just don't have that money.
You know, maybe it used to be your parents donated the library and now it's you've got a fixer who bumps your SAT score up 400 points, but yeah, I'm not that surprised.
Our ACT scores are high and theirs aren't. But that won't matter because they have enough money to just pay their way in. Money to just pay their way in. Money to just pay their way in.
Actually thinks she's the victim in all this.
It's just kind of like a slap in the face.
Essentially, one of the reasons why these colleges may not want to admit more students is because there's kind of a premium on prestige, and that prestige is kind of buoyed by being more selective. The more people who want to get into your institution, the more it becomes like an exclusive country club. I spoke with one college president yesterday who essentially said we've created a crisis of access to these selective institutions by the few number of seats that we allow students to be admitted into.
A lot of us have spent our whole senior year and a lot of time and energy and conversations and money trying to get into the schools that we see best fit, and to see that they can just look around and pick whichever one they want to go to and then just hand money over and then they're in is kind of disturbing.
It upsets me because my mom's a hardworking mom. And I'm gonna be the first one to graduate from high school and go to college, and it's just I have to pay my way for college. I have to make sure that I gotta grind so I can get into a college, and they're just paying their way through. Their parents are just oh, here you go, baby. No.
Fully aware of the fact that the process is, I don't want to say flawed, but is flawed.
It's just kind of like a slap in the face.